I was a big reader when I was a little girl. You know, we didn't have all these fancy contraptions to distract you. And I took a book out of my school library called From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. Have you ever heard of that book? So I loved this book because it was about a little girl who ran away from home and went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and camped out with her brother. Now, of course, when you read the reviews, it's about so much more about her relationship with her family and her relationship with Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. But to me, when I was a little girl and I read that book and I said, well, you don't just, you run to something wonderful, to some place where you can learn about all these places in the world and you can see all of this interesting art. And I remembered, in particular, the Egyptian cat. I remembered, of course, her taking a bath in the fountain. But when I went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art with my parents afterwards, I wanted to follow her trail, Claudia's trail. And I thought it was a wonderful way to get young people interested in art in different parts of the humanities, because it wasn't just, is it the Egyptian cat or is it a sculpture by Michelangelo, or it was all of these different things. And so I would say that was the first thing that got me really curious. And I'll remember it to this day, what an impact it had on me more than 40 years ago.